Hello everyone, my name is Dickerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Lagoon Lounge 2! On the last episode, it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster on the last one, so I'm looking forward to seeing, what pray tell could happen in subchapter 3 of chapter 1. So let's see what goes down here. Because, I mean, the only, I don't know if Rai-san is going to be discovered until, like, the end, but I don't know what else there could be in terms of if this one is just covering the relationship between Yujiro and, it was Haruko? Just like the time we slept together at the lounge, I get into bed next to Yujiro-kun. You have enough room? Pardon me. Yep, I'm fine. Really, it feels like I'm taking up a lot of space. I told you I'm fine. Alright then. Hey, Yujiro-kun, is your family okay with you staying here like this? I knew it, I'm a bother to you, huh? Hey, Yujiro-kun, is your family okay? What? What? We just repeated our dialogue! Instead of saying, no, you're not a problem, you just like, hey, same question? You didn't give me the right answer, so I'm going to ask the question again. Hugo-san. There is something I'd like to talk to you about, though. Is that okay? Sure, I guess. So is this why he's staying here tonight? He wants to lecture me again, tell me how to live my life? You said that I've been down lately, didn't you? Yeah? I've been worrying about my future. Your future? Really? Yes. If that's the problem, you should talk about it with somebody now. I think even Sosuke and Go would be more willing to lend an ear. More willing? Aren't you? Are you not willing? Like, what the son of a bitch. Oh, that's the thing. I might be leaving the village. Oh shit. Again, we're doing this again. In the last game, the big scare was he going to leave? Go-senpai thinks that even if I do go to college, I'll come back eventually. So what you're saying is that you might not be able to come back? Yeah, I think there's a chance I won't. What on earth are you planning on doing? What, the reason you're talking to me is because you wanted to tell me, right? I think I want to be a policeman. Policeman? Cool. Oh, that's great. Huh? I think you'd make a good policeman. You're so kind and strong looking. Really? But why would that make it so you wouldn't be able to return to the village? Policemen in our prefecture almost never get sent to their hometowns because it seems like they cause a lot of collusion and corruption. Oh, I see. Even though I'm familiar with this place, I think I'll probably get sent to another town within the prefecture. I'm sure Go and Sosuke will miss you. That's why I haven't been able to tell them. Did you open up to me just now because I still haven't known you for that long and you thought I wouldn't miss you if you left the village? Oh, yeah. Don't play me down. I'd definitely miss you if you weren't here. You mean that? Of course I do. I mean, you only punched me in the face on the other fucking episode, you know, fuck no, I wouldn't, no, I wouldn't, he would probably, well, you know, because our character's a fucking slut, but whatever. But I'm glad you told me that. It's nice to know that's been bothering you. There's more to it than that. There is? When I talked to my dad about this, he had the saddest look I've ever seen on him. Why? My family is in the aquaculture business, and I'm an only child, so I'm expected to take over one day. Oh, that sucks. I know that feeling. Huh? Your family does aquaculture? That's news to me. I'm having second thoughts after seeing him look so blatantly sad. I see. Unfortunately, I can't think of a singe thing to say to him. I can. You have to live your life. You are not defined by your family's actions, your family's expectations, society's expectations. You have to live with your actions. You are the bearer of your consequences among those you affect. You are the primary bearer of them. As such, you should make your life choices based on what you want to do and what you are able to do and yada yada. Not what anyone else wants you to do, not what anyone else thinks you're able to do. Just do you, be happy as best you can. And if someone doesn't like that, then fuck them. They don't have your best interest in mind. That's a simple thing to say. I don't think words from somebody who hasn't had the same problem will mean much to him. Well, I guess since I have had the same problem, it would make sense. But whatever. I really have no idea if it would be better for him to give him sympathy or harsh advice. Sorry, I know you asked me to listen, but I can't think of anything to say. That's fine, don't worry about it. Just talking about it makes me feel better. Talking to somebody about my problems clears my head more than I thought it would. Really? I'm glad you're feeling a little better. Thank you very much for doing that. I see. When it's just two people, you can talk about anything. You're right. While we're at it, can I ask you something? I'm just like, I want to sleep. You keep talking to me. You force yourself into my house, you assault me, and now you're just gonna keep me up at night. I don't know which one is worse. Are you and Sosuke-senpai boyfriends? Huh? I mean, you're living together, right? No, he's just letting me live here. We're not lovers or anything like that. Really? I thought Sosuke-senpai was lonely after breaking up with Go-senpai. So, he called his ex-boyfriend to the village or something. No, you've got it all wrong. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. So you're not gay then, huh? I was sure you were. Fuck off. What? Yeah, I'm gay too. I might have said too much. Are you really not dating? No, we really aren't. We just fucked. I guess we're not dating after that. I don't... Okay, just casual encounter, I guess. I see. Don't tell me it seems like we are. Well, that's what most people would think. That's stranger than what most people would think because of two guys who are close. Well, if that's what you say, I give up. Ha ha ha. What do you think about me? What? Are you really asking me that? What do you mean? You know what I mean. What do you think of me? That you're actually gay too or something? That's not what I meant. Please answer the question. What do you mean? What do you think of me? Why now of all times did he have to ask me something like that? You might be wary of me doing more than coming out to him. Is he testing me with this question? Yeah, he seems to be a bit of a vindictive asshole. He might push me away if I say something too weird. How should I answer? Well, I don't know. This one seems to be jumping off the page at me. I like you as a friend. I mean, people keep telling me you gotta pursue the plot. And I like you as a friend, whether it's true or not. If it's not true, would be avoiding the So, it's better to shoot for the moon and fucking miss and land among the stars than to fucking just look at it through a magnifying glass and burn your retinas. So, boom! Honestly, you're my ideal type. I get so nervous and excited when we're together. Oh, Jesus, that's not at all what I told you to say. Oh, fuck. Why don't you ask something like that? It's hard to explain with words. I mean, for that kind of feeling. Oh, I hear the, oh, I have used this trick before, the whole actions speak louder than words gambit. So you don't actually have to say something because you know you suck at wording things. In order to interrupt me, Yuji-kun suddenly turns his body to face mine. He then takes his free arm and tightly hugs me. Wah! I suddenly freeze up and can hear a heartbeat happening. I have difficulty responding from being suddenly hugged without warning or explanation. I can't read his intentions at all. I'm gonna move the mouse so it's not in the middle of the goddamn screen. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. The only thing I'm getting from him is the warmth of his body. Sorry, please just tell me if you don't like it. So, you are gay? No. Then what's with this? I can't enjoy it if I don't know what you're getting at. I really did love Haruko-san. Oh, poor fucker. Even though we never met, and I don't know what she looks like or sounds like, I still feel like I've fallen in love with her. Well, you fell in love with a fake person, so that should have nothing to do with me, who is a real person. I liked her positive personality, the way she never held anything back. Must have been a total shock when you found out it was really me. I'm sorry. Please don't apologize so much. I've already forgiven you after I assaulted you. You know, this is the law of the land, isn't it? You were the essence of Haruko-san, right? I guess so. Then I'm fine with that, too. You sure? Well, appearances didn't matter to me from the start. I fell in love with her for what she was like on the inside, her personality. I think it's most important that at least that part wasn't a lie, even though a different person has taken her place. Yujikun hugs me even tighter. So that means... What do you mean? I don't know. You don't? The person I'm in love with is actually a guy, and I still love that person, but I'm not gay. Wait, did you just confess to me? Huh? Am I wrong? I think you're wrong, but... I see. I don't! What the fuck? I'm not very good at talking about all this. Sorry, that's what the whole action speak louder the words gambit for, to get around the fact that you don't know how to fucking talk. Oh, that's fine. You're confused too. But what about this hug? I can get involved too, right? Well, that's not what I meant. I can't? You don't know about that either. I don't, but... as long as it's just a little, I guess so. Yeah, I'll suck your dick, but I won't take it up the butt. I'm not gay. Suddenly hear a knock on the door. Yuji-kun and I look at each other. What? Who's in this house besides us? Yuji-kun asks us in a small whisper. Raisan is here, but there's no reason for him to leave his room and come to this one. Raisan wants to hide himself so he won't be found. He wouldn't go out of his way to make an appearance. But who could it be if it's not Raisan? It's Sosuke. Did your parents come here to take you back home? They wouldn't just barge into somebody's house. They might if they're angry enough. I don't think they'd knock if that was the case. He's right, they wouldn't. At the same time, there's a second knock. There goes the idea that I might have been mistaken about what we heard. It's either Raisan or Sosuke. Maybe Sosuke-senpai is back. It's still too early for when he said he was coming home, and he wouldn't knock on the door to his own room. I mean, if he heard someone inside, then he would. Unless he just walk into his house. Maybe it's, what was his name? It's not... his little brother. I don't remember his name, but it could be him. Well, just walk into his house. I'm stumped. Nobody comes to mind. Who on earth could be knocking? Don't tell me this house is really haunted. Come in. Huh? I said you can come in. Wait, don't do that. I'm scared. I can't get into this night's rest or even leave this room until I know. Alright, fine. Let's bring them in. And behind door number 1, it's Yuji-kun nods slightly and calls towards the door. Come in! His voice trembles a bit. Door was silently protecting us. Slowly opens. What? What? Why? Without thinking about it, I hold my breath. It's Raisan that opened the door. He's been hiding this whole time. Why would he show up in front of somebody now? He looks as imposing as ever. We both freeze. Even though I've accepted the unexpected scene before me, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it. Raisan takes a step forward to show us that he's actually there. Yuji-kun looks like he's finally thrown away the idea that he might be an illusion. Nice to meet you. Raisan offers a hand to you. Man, whoa. Do you know who I am? Of course I do. I'm a huge fan. Like a toy that was given a new set of batteries, Yuji-kun quickly takes his hand and shakes it. But why are you here? I asked him to take me in. Raisan points at me. God damn it! Yuji-kun looks like he's still having a hard time understanding. Were you two acquaintances? No, we met by chance when he came to Harusu. It resulted in him coming to stay here. When did this happen?
About a week ago.
So you've been here the whole time I was staying overnight too?
That's right.
Sorry for not telling you, but Ryson is going to extreme lengths to avoid being seen. Oh shit. Oh god. Ever since Doki Doki, I'm having... Every time I see some weird clipping shit like this, I'm just like, just Monica, oh god. You're just protecting a secret. That's nothing to get angry about. More importantly, why now? I had the same question. Why did Ryson suddenly want to show himself to him?
I wanted to talk to you.
To me?
May I?
Ryson looks at me. When I nod silently, he sits down in the middle of the bed. Yujiri-kun and I subsequently sit up on both sides. Noticing he was still only in his underwear, Yujiri-kun quickly throws some clothes on. Sorry, you caught me at a bad time.
That's okay, we're all guys here, right? It sounds like you're worried about your future. About whether to leave the village and become a police officer, or stay in your hometown.
Yes. I wonder how Ryson knows what we were talking about when he was a room away, but I decided to be quiet. He was listening the whole time! And he just decided to cock block you right in the exact right time. And thank God, because... Smegma dick, I
was awfully worried as well when I was entering the world of baseball.
You were too? But I heard that by the time you were a student, you were already promised an active role in the pros.
Even though I got an active role, that didn't necessarily make me happy. Let me tell you something from quite a long time ago. My home was a large rice farm. I was the only son.
Wow.
My father wasn't against me going into baseball. I had no mother, so he raised me with care. While he was happy that I played an active role in baseball on TV, I think he was also sad because he didn't have me to carry on the family business. Of course, he never said a single word about it, but I was vaguely aware of it. When I was little, he made me help out with work every time I was on break from school, and I could only think about how much I didn't like it. Thinking back now, I had some nice conversations with my dad when I was helping out with the farm work. It was really enjoyable for him to do work he loved and took pride in with his son. But I didn't inherit the farm, and I entered into a professional baseball team. I hadn't even been playing baseball for 5 years before my father passed away. His health had been bad for a while, but he was stubborn about going to the hospital because he couldn't afford to get away from the farm. Up until that point, he had been a hearty person who never got really sick, so he was confident in his health. By the time he finally collapsed and was rushed to the hospital, he had half a year to live. His body is a fragile thing. The body is a fragile thing. My father never told me to carry on the family business. He never complained, not even in his hospital bed. But I still think about it even to this day. What if I had carried on the family business? What if I had been by my father's side more? He might have lived for a little bit longer. There's so many things we could have talked about. Yujiri-kun and I both fell silent. We say nothing out of sympathy and compassion for Ryson. When a concerned-looking Yujiri-kun pats him on the back, Ryson thanks him in a quiet voice. We stay silent for a short while. Ryson is reminiscing about his deceased father, and Yujiri-kun is applying his story to his own father. I could tell by the look of sadness on both their faces. Sorry for telling such a personal story. Ryson slowly opens his mouth. My childhood dream was to become a baseball player. I achieved a dream that many people give up on halfway. However, if I could go back in time and choose my future, I would quit baseball and take over the family business without hesitation. I wanted to cherish my family rather than my own dream. By the time I realized that, it was too late. I'm not saying you should abandon your dream, nor do I mean that you should carry on your family's business. I just want you to think carefully again about which way is more important to you. That way you won't have any regrets if you suddenly lose them.
I understand.
That's all I wanted to say.
Why did you do this just for me? You even showed yourself.
I guess it was just fate that I happened to be here. I hope I was helpful to you.
Thank you so much! Seeing that his work here was done, Raison lightly waves his hand and majestically leaves the room. After being left behind, Yujiro-kun and I continue to sit in silence for a while. We remember, process, and think about what Raison said. Raison, who was hesitant about appearing in public, showed himself to Yujiro-kun. He must have compared his own past with Yujiro-kun's destiny and sympathized with him that much. That surprised me. Same here. I never would have thought that he'd be hero the whole time. I think I'll go home today after all. What? For some reason, I think I should talk to my dad as soon as possible. I see. Sorry for putting you through all that. It's okay. There's no problem, since it was for you. Aw. Yujiro-kun packs up his suitcase, and I see him off at the front door. Thank you for all you've done, Kugo-san. Can I thank Benjo Senshi for me as well? Sure, I'll make sure to do that. And about Raison. That's okay, I won't tell anybody. Good, thank you. If there's something you need my help with, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll do anything for you and Benjo Senshi. I'll be counting on you, Yujiro-kun. Understood. Alright then, good night. Good night. Yay. Well, I didn't think it would be a memory with Yujiro was made. Yay! Yay! Raison, I want to thank you for what you did earlier.
I don't remember there being any reason for you to thank me for.
There wasn't anything I could say to him. But Raison, you heard a whole conversation, didn't you? You were still there in the attic, weren't you?
Sorry, it was bothering me.
I see, I was careless. Not only do sounds from the attic go through Sosuke's room, sounds from Sosuke's room were audible in the attic, too. Duh. That means you heard about my sexuality, too.
You like men.
You were surprised?
No, not really.
Huh? Excuse me, that's my phone.
Go ahead.
I look at its screen and it's Sosuke's name being displayed. What on earth could he be calling about at this hour? Hello? Hey, Kugo, it's me. I know, what's up? I know this is sudden, but I'll be coming home tomorrow. Are you that surprised? No, why? I sped up my plans. I think I'll be getting there in the evening. I see. What? I thought you'd be happy for me. No, I am. I want to see you soon, too. It kind of sounds like you're lying. Not at all. I see. You made a mess of the whole house, didn't you? No, I didn't. In fact, it's cleaner than before you left. Really? How about I check every nook and cranny when I get home? Sure. Well, anyways, I gotta go. Bye. Yeah. You could have said that in a text. I don't know. I hang up and close my phone. Things have taken a turn for the worse.
What's wrong?
It sounds like the owner of this house is coming back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Sosuke's sudden return home means the end of living with Raison. It's a little earlier than we had planned, but I have to say goodbye to him. Sorry about springing this on you.
Just letting me stay here until now has been enough. I'm truly thankful.
Raison.
Do you remember my first promise?
Promise?
I said I'd thank you somehow.
Oh, you don't have to. I've enjoyed you being here.
I won't feel satisfied until I do something for you.
Yeah, but
tell me whatever you want. I'll do anything I can.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Anything?
Yes.
Anything, huh? In that case. Okay, so there's two options here. Fortunately, neither one of them are suck my dick, so good there. There's seeing you in your uniform or want you to stay a little while longer. I mean, one of them is kind of superficial. I want to see you in your uniform. I mean, like, that could lead to something, but I think it's more meaningful to say that you want him to stay with you. So I think that would mean more, you know? So I want you to stay here for a while longer. Can you stay here for a while longer? I guess we're not finished. It feels irresponsible to throw you out now, and that doesn't sit right with me.
You are a lifesaver if you let me stay. But isn't the owner of the house coming back?
If it's alright with you, I could hide you in the attic.
The attic, huh? Will that be okay?
I don't know, but I'll work something out. You'll probably feel a lot more cramped than before, but if you don't mind.
Sorry. Once again, I'm asking you to do a favor for me.
I'll do it.
But this means I'm not doing anything to thank you.
It's okay, I don't mind.
When it's really time for us to say goodbye, I'll return the favor then.
I'm looking forward to it. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Even though Sosuke is coming back, he'll be at work most of the time on weekdays. If I missed a sex scene because I didn't say I want to see him in his uniform, whatever, I think it's more meaningful for you to say, I want you to stay here a while longer, I will do what I can to help you, than to be like, hey, I want to see your cute butt and your tights. So if I missed something, then fuck it. I don't care. I was feeling strangely generous when I said I'm sure I'll be able to manage to hide Bryson one way or another. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So that's it for this chapter. The end of chapter 1. So yeah, on the next one we will continue. Oh shit, the next chapter is called The Last Straw. That's not good. Why is there just a picture? You know what that probably means. No, because my first thought was that means that we were supposed to get a special scene with. Okay. Let's go back and see if there is something we missed. If doing the other option does change it. Because, I mean, we already unlocked the next chapter, and it doesn't seem like my choices really affect or change what happens here. So I'm going to just plow through this, and maybe if we do get the super special secret thing, then we'll... what the fuck keeps getting in my eye? Then maybe with that'll unlock the other picture or something? I don't know. But now that I want to test that theory just in case that is our, like, bar for completion in these chapters. Christ, this whole episode is going by so fast. Alright, let's see him in his uniform. I like seeing your uniform up close.
My uniform?
If you have it with you, that is.
I did bring it just in case, but are you sure that's what you want?
Yes.
Alright then. Could you wait outside for a bit?
Seriously? Awesome! It's so superficial. Why would we choose this? Short while after I leave the room, I hear Ryson call for me. It sounds like he's unchanging, so I open the door and enter the room. Oh, look at him. He's in his baseball. Ooh!
Are you really that delighted?
Somebody I've seen on TV is right in front of me. How could I not be?
What do you mean? I've been around you a lot lately, haven't I?
It feels like you're a different person when you're wearing your uniform.
Well, as long as it makes you happy.
Can I take a picture if you remember by to?
Sure, that much is fine.
Set up my camera I use for sightseeing on the table. Take a picture of us standing next to each other with the self-timer. Photo of a baseball player and I standing next to each other looks odd, but I still like it. So it's a nice one. Thank you so much.
You're an awfully unselfish guy. Is there anything else you want me to do?
Well, like the fountain from before, I can't just wish for anything I want. Not to mention, he's an amazing person that I'd originally never even hoped to meet.
For example, would you like to see what's under my uniform?
Really? Really? we done already?
That was plenty.
Ugh! It was far from enough. I'm not satisfied at all. But it was originally a favor from Raison. I have no right to complain.
Kugo-kun.
Yes?
Raison suddenly speaks to me. I've yet another request for you.
A request? What is it?
Can I stay here for just a little bit longer?
What?
Now that I think about it, I've got nowhere else to go if I leave here.
Just now realize that?
Can I?
Well, that's the question. The owner of the house is coming back. Maybe Sosuke will let him stay if I explain the situation to him. I don't want him to know that I let an unknown man in his house without permission, though. It's my fault for the lack of communication. I want to send Raison off as quietly as possible and act as if nothing happened so Sosuke won't find out. I'm sorry, but any more than what I've already done is...
Is it too much to ask for of the kid from earlier?
You mean Yujiro-kun? He lives with his parents.
So this is the only place.
I told you. Please, I'm begging you. I'm okay with just hiding in the attic. In the attic? I definitely don't want to act like I'm driving him out, but surely it'll get to the point where I'll be torn between him and Sosuke. Since I'm staying here for free too, there's not much I can do.
If you let me stay here for another week,
I promise we'll do something even better than what we did today. Something even better? Oh, come on! So in the one we normally did, we were like, oh, we insist on it because of how nice we are. But in this one, we're doing it because we want to fuck them. Oh, crud, your wish would be my command. I'll do anything I possibly can. Raison takes my hand and places it on his crotch. It's still so swollen. Looks like he could tear right through his pants. The throbbing inside his pants begins to break away at my willpower. Come on! You fucking... Really? I don't like this one. This one's not good. I don't like it. I'll try to make it work. I give in. My lust got the better of me. Oh, come on. This is not as good of an outcome. I've got such a weak mind. You'll probably feel a lot more cramped than before, but it still doesn't bother you?
Nope.
My son pulls me towards him and gives me a big hug. I'm sure this is a feeling of gratitude. I definitely enjoy being enveloped by his large chest and thick arms, but my uneasiness is about the future is even greater. That's not as good of a reason! Oh, and a memory with Rai was made. Do we get both? Do we get both? Yeah, we got both. Oh, we can click on these? What? Okay, we can click on them, but they just sort of... I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Lagoon Lounge 2. I guess now that we have this memory system, anytime it possibly comes up, as long as I'm not terribly opposed to it, like this game has oft made me do, I guess we'll go ahead and do them. So, yeah, have that to look forward to, I guess. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the Train Out Professional, speaking for the voices in my head when I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!